Outlaw Sports is brought to you by Molson Canadian, made from Canada, and Rocky Mountain Barbecue, Alberta barbecue cuisine at its best.
I want to do some run and shoot offense here. Talk about a few things. We talked about Brad McCrimmon earlier this week. Throughout this NFL honoring the 9/11 victims, there was a gentleman by the name of Ace Bailey who was more prominent in Edmonton than Calgary, of course. Ace Bailey won 2 Stanley Cups with the Boston Bruins. He was also Wayne Gretzky's mentor. When Wayne Gretzky came in as a 17-year-old, he was 30, and he was looking after him. He was his roommate, he was his mentor, he taught him how to dress, where to eat, how to deal with the media, who to look out for. One of the funniest stories, and as you go on throughout, listening and seeing all the tributes, it just brought back more and more memories because I was a Bruin fan and him as a Bruin. There's a couple of cool stories. First of all, there was one when the Bruins were playing in Montreal and they had a bench clearing brawl, and him and Derek Sanderson went after a fan in the stands and chased him down the street in Montreal wearing their skates. They both took off after him, and then they finally realized when they got a block away from the forum.
They did not.
They did so.
I've never heard that story.
I have, and Derek Sanderson told me this. And so they walked back, and there they are walking in skates, sparking and laughing. What a pair of idiots we are.
Ace Bailey, of course, was on. Are you not finished?
No, and the funniest story I've ever heard about Ace Bailey, when they were playing in the WHA with the Oilers, Gretzky was being just roughed up by this guy named, I've got his name here, Gilles Bilodeau, who was about 70 pounds heavier and way tougher than Wayne Gretzky. And this guy was just being a bully. So anyhow, Ace Bailey went to Wayne Gretzky and said, when you get the puck, bring it by our bench. And so next time Gretzky brings the puck right down the bench, all of a sudden, boom, a stick hits Bilodeau and knocks him out. And all the Oilers are looking up in the crowd like someone threw something at him. I thought that was one of the funniest. Well, that's what the WHA was. It was slap shot. That's what it was for sure.
You mentioned Ace Bailey. What you didn't say was that he was on the flight leaving Washington to Los Angeles, and that ended up into the Pentagon, correct?
Right.
I also heard that, because he was working for the LA Kings as a scout then.
That's right, an advanced scout.
As an advanced scout. I heard this past week that Bruce Boudreau, the head coach of the Washington Capitals, was the minor league head coach for the Kings. And he was supposed to go with Ace Bailey to LA for pre-camp meetings. Boudreau said he couldn't go that day, but would go the next day. And so he wasn't on that flight.
And he wanted Bailey to change flights with him, but Bailey didn't want to charge the team $750 to make that change.
So is that right?
Yeah.
And that $750 cost him his life?
Yeah.
Wow.
Isn't that wild, eh?
Wow.
Want to talk to you about a couple of different things in hockey. Guys signing. Drew Doughty, for example, said no to the LA Kings. 9 years, $68 million. What's that all about?
You know, I've not heard any official word as to why not. But to me, he's 21 years old, isn't he? You think that if he's got term, and what does that work out to? About 6 something a year? Yeah, I don't know. But to me, that's fair value. So there must be something else going on there. Somebody said, well, sometimes you just don't want to play for that market. You want to play for a Canadian market. But I think he's pretty happy in Los Angeles, I would think, as a 21-year-old with a team that's pretty good, and you're in LA, Southern California. So, Mike, I don't know what's going on there. It seems like he must, because there's a new CBA coming, so a lot of teams don't want to lock guys in for too long, certain guys. This will go beyond the new CBA. So this is a real puzzler. To me, the money's there and the term's there.
Dean Lombardi said he's going to take it to ownership one more time, see if they can up the ante a little bit, but boy, this 21-year-old has him by the...
Here's another one, too. The New Jersey Devils apparently are in financial trouble right now and can't pay their bills. They owe people some money. Zach Parise is a free agent. They haven't signed him yet. I'm wondering if they're going to unload this guy. If there's going to be, that might be the biggest trade. There's a guy, he'd be unrestricted free agent, so I wonder if teams would be lining up for him, because maybe if the Devils could even sign him, do they have the money that he could get in the open market? And I think, remember the Flames went after Brad Richards at the trade.
Who would they package for that grant?
I don't know.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
I don't know who in the hell would they package to make that even appealing to the Devils. That's where you have to go.
Hi, I'm Henry Burris. I love Calgary, and I'm proud to call this place home. While Calgary has an interesting history, there aren't a lot of buildings that remain since the early days. And some of those that are left are in pretty bad shape.
Now we can revitalize this area with the use of robotic parking. It's efficient, it's accessible, and it's safe. The best part is that it's easy to use. For more information and a chance to invest with us, visit 7th Avenue Autopark.com.